Very good morning children. Hope you are all are doing good. So this class I am going to start with a new lesson, that is lesson 5, staying safe. Okay. So everyone take out your SEM 1 textbook page number 197. Okay. So this first aid and safety rules, this we are studying from grade 2 itself now children. So in this class we are going to study little more detail about what is meant by first aid and what are the precautions we have to take for a different types of accidents. Okay, so that we are going to see in this class. Now, lesson number 5, staying safe. Accidents happen suddenly and cause physical injury. We all try to prevent accidents, but they do happen sometimes. They usually happen when we are careless. Most accidents can be avoided if we are careful. Okay, accident will be happening by any time children. If you are very careless whenever you are crossing the road or whenever you are in a home or a school or a playground, wherever you are, you have to be a very attentive, very conscious mind. You have to be present over there, because if you will be in a careless, then it will be leads to the accident. Most of the accident we can able to control it. Okay, we can able to stop it by being more aware. Okay, and so whenever the accident will happen, obviously the physical injury will happen. For that they have to give a treatment, so that is called as a first aid. Okay, next, first aid. It is necessary to know about the first aid to be provided to accident victims. Victim is the person who met the accident. They are called as a victims. Okay, so that the injured person can be improved from the being worsened. Okay, the first aid is the first immediate help is given to a injured person. It is called as a first aid. So before doctor comes, before some elder comes, the person who will be giving a treatment to a injured person, it is called as a first aid. Okay, so this first aid why we have to give? Because first immediate help we should give for an injured person, because it will get prevented from the condition it is going to get worse. See, even we used to give first aid when people are coming for the school, when you used to play in a playground, maybe some friends maybe have pushed you down or you may fell down, you may get some hurt. So what we used to do, we used to wash that area and we used to put some antiseptic lotion. Okay, so this it will avoid the further infection. So like this, the first step will be vary from accident. Okay, it will be vary from type of accident. Okay. And the first aid may be defined as the first or immediate help given to an injured person before taking into a hospital. A proper first aid can be prevent injury from getting worsened and can sometimes even save our lives. The first aid whatever we are giving, so it will control the condition it is going to very worst. So if someone someone got hurt in the road and it is bleeding more, so what we have to do? We have to clean that area and we have to try to stop that bleeding. Okay, if the continually blood it will flow on the road. Okay, what will happen? The person he will become very tired and he will be having a lack of blood in the body. So what we have to do that time? We have to try to stop the blood. We can use some handkerchief or some cloth. We can tie that area to stop the bleeding. Okay, so this first aid it will be helpful to stop the condition that is going to very worst. Okay, also sometimes it will be save our life. Okay, next let us read in detail about different types of accident that may take place and proper action that should be given. The proper action to be taken if this accident is taken place. So now we are going to see there is a different types of accident. Not only we are getting accident in a road. Okay, there is a maybe electric shock or maybe some fire accident has happened. So like this we will be facing a different types of accident. Okay, so which type of accident and what are the immediate help we can give it to a particular person. So that we are going to see in this lesson. Okay, so before that this definition is very important children. What is first aid? The first or immediate help given to injured people before they are taken to a hospital. So this is called as a first aid. Okay. So first we are going to see road accidents. Okay, most accidents on the road are because of rash driving. Rash driving means driving too fast or not obeying the traffic rules. Traffic rules and sign warns you of the condition of the road, the traffic ahead. We all should take note of them. See, whenever most of the accident will be happening in a road because we will be in a very hurry to reach in one place. Okay, also sometimes we will be carelessness when we will be crossing the road, and some people they will be very hurry and very rush to go in this particular place. So what they will do, they will be driving their vehicle in high speed condition. So these are the reasons the accident may happen. Okay. So why this accident is happening? Either they are not following the traffic rules, either they will be in a hurry or a tension. Okay, either it will be in a carelessness. And what are the signboards they used to keep on the sides of the road? Have you observed, children? They used to keep the signboard, the school head, hospital head, means we are not supposed to put the RN over there. Okay, so like this they will be keeping a different types of signboard. It will be indicating a one or other it will be indicating one or other symbols. Okay, so we should follow all those symbols and we should follow the traffic rules, and whenever we are traveling we have to travel with very calm and cool mind. Okay, if we follow these many things we can able to prevent road accidents. Okay, and so what are the appropriate action we can able to take for a road accident? Okay, slow traffic or very heavy vehicle should be driven on the left side of the road. Okay, and fast moving vehicle should be drive on the right line of the road. Lane changes must be done very carefully. See, whenever we used to travel in the highway, you can see the heavy truck, lorry and all, it used to go on a left hand side of the road, means left hand side of the lane. Okay, so this is a road. Okay, so we will be having a lanes like this. Okay, this is the left side and right side lines we will be having. The heavy vehicle, whatever it is there, it used to go by left hand side. Heavy vehicle, it used to go by left hand side, and fast moving vehicle, whatever it is there, it used to go by right hand side. So whenever they want to change the track or something, okay, so if from the left hand to right hand side they want to change the track, so they have to see which vehicle it is coming behind. So based on that they have to change the track. Okay, and next, pedestrians should be walk on the footpath on the side of the road. They should be aware of the traffic around them. They should cross the road carefully. Whenever we will be walking on the sides of the road, always we have to use a footpath or pedestrians. Okay, if the footpath it is not there, what we have to do? We should walk left hand side of the road. Okay, we are not supposed to walk on the right hand side of the road. We should walk always the left hand side of the road. If footpath is there, you must have to walk on the footpath, because we know how the traffic condition and we know how the vehicle is coming fast. So we have to use always the footpath. If footpath it is not there, we have to use left hand side of the road while walking. And whenever you are crossing the road, you have to cross in a zebra crossing. I hope everyone know what is meant by zebra crossing. Okay, so these are the precautions we can able to take to avoid the road accident. Next, we'll move on for a fire accidents. Okay, the fire accident, the oxygen in the air, it is necessary for anything to burn. No oxygen means no burning. Fires are caused in different things and different methods are needed to put them out. Okay, so if you can think if some fire accident has happened, okay, in a slum area or whatever, in a building, okay, it catches some fire. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to try to stop the air supply. Okay, we can throw sand over there. Okay, or else we can use fire extinguisher. If you know to use, you can use a fire extinguisher to control the fire, because in air no oxygen content is there. Because of this oxygen, even the flame also it will spread more. Okay, the oxygen it will be helpful for burning purpose. So whenever it will catches the fire, how we can able to control it? We have to avoid the air supply to the particular place. We can throw the sand, okay, or else we can cover with some blanket or whatever it is. So it will avoid the air, it is continuous blaming. So what are the appropriate actions we can take? So here it is a big fire, raise on the alarm and call for immediate help. Okay, if it is any fire accident it has happened in a building, we'll be having an alarm. Okay, using that alarm, so we can able to indicate to the other person that fire accident is going to happen. So everyone has to move for a safer place. Okay, but if the paper wood is on a fire, it can be extinguished by throwing water over it, and water brings down the temperature and hence the fire is off. Okay, when the fire is catches in an office, okay, maybe the files or a paper or wooden carpet work, whatever it is, so immediately what we have to do, we have to pour water on those things. When it will pour the water, what will happen? The temperature it will automatically get reduced. Okay, and we can able to stop the fire. Next, if the fire has been caused by a petrol, throw sand or mud over it. This would cut off air supply for the fire. Okay, if the fire it has happened in a petrol, happened by a petrol or kerosene, whatever it is, in that time what you have to do? We have to put some sand or a mud. When you will throw the sand and mud on a firing place, what will happen? It will stop the air supply to that place. Okay, when it will stop the air supply, even the fire also it will get stop flaming. Okay, so like this we can able to use it. Even whenever you used to go for a petrol pump, whenever they are putting a petrol for your vehicle, you are not supposed to use a phone. Okay, you are not supposed to use a phones, because of that also the fire accident it may happen. Okay, and next, some fires are caused by electricity. This can be due to a broken wire or a faulty gadgets. This fire are put out by covering or a burning object with sand or a mud using a fire extinguisher. Okay, so here any electrical leakage it is there. Okay, any electrical shock from the electrical wires also sometimes fire it will happen. Maybe there is some faulty gadgets. Okay, or it may be that wiring whatever they have done, no, they are not put it as a good product of wires. Okay, so when the power supply it is in a high volume, high voltage, what will happen? This wires it will get break. Okay, from that the fire also it will get released. Okay, so that time what we have to do? Even here also we have to throw the sand and mud to control the air supply. Okay, we have to put the sand and mud to control the air supply, then automatically the fire it will get stopped over there, or else we can use a fire extinguisher. Okay, and see, whenever the electric accident is happening, we are not supposed to pour the water, because water is a good conductor of electricity. When you pour the water on a fire, whenever the electric accident will happen, what happen? That current it will pass into the water, and whoever the person is standing over there, they will get electric shock. Okay, we are not supposed to use the water to control the fire on electric accidents. Okay, and if someone cloth catch fires, okay, throw on in water or ask them to roll on the ground or cover them with a blanket or with a thick cloth. Okay, so the person is the cloth it is burning. Okay, whoever is wearing cloth, sometimes it may happen. Okay, in a puja time, or if they will be traveling in some other place, we can't able to predict when the accident will happen. When the cloth it will catches the fire, what we have to say? We have to tell them to jump in the water, or else we can pour the water onto the cloth. Okay, or else we can ask them to roll on the ground, or else we can cover with the blanket, and we can make them to roll on the ground. So when we will do such thing, what will happen? It will stop the air supply. Through that, the fire also it will stop flaming. Okay, so these are the ways we can able to give a first aid for the person who is met with the fire accident. Okay, and next we are going to see cut and wounds. The person who is like in home also we used to use some sharp knife, sharp objects like scissor or knife. Okay, sometimes your mother will be preparing the food, she will be cutting up vegetables. Sometimes the sharp object, the knife, they may cut their hands also, it will happen. Okay, for that what kind of first aid we can able to give, so that we are going to study now. Okay, here the first aid of it is important because of germs usually enter into the body through a minor cuts and wounds. Okay, whenever we will be getting a minor cuts or a wounds, okay, it is very minor, we will be getting a bleeding. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to wash the hand in a running tap water and we have to put some bandage. Okay, or else with antiseptic lotion we can put a we can cover and we can press it with the cotton. Okay, so this it will avoid the germs, it will be passing inside our body. When you use this antiseptic lotion and cotton, this bandage and all, it will avoid from the further infection. That cut and wounds also it will be getting healing soon whenever we are taking an immediate first aid. Okay, and for this what are the appropriate action we have to take? The first point, wash your hands with soap to remove the germs from them. Whenever your hand got cut or you are having any wound, so before going to give a treatment, first you should wash that area. Using soap, you should wash that area. Then what you have to do? You have to make it dry that area and you can apply the antiseptic lotion around the wound. Okay, if you are having the band-aid, you can cover with the band-aid that cut area. Okay, deep cuts should be washed in a soap water and take cotton wool and thick pad of the sterile gauze, means it is nothing but it is a cotton. Okay, and press over on the wound and tie tightly with the band-aid. So if the cut it is went very deeper in your hand or leg, whatever it is, what you have to do, even you have to wash that area in a soap and you can apply the antiseptic lotion, and we can take good cotton or dirty one, good cotton we have to take and we have to press that area. We have to tie very tightly with the help of bandage. So because the cut it went very deeper, okay, because the cut it went very deeper, so because more bleeding will happen, because of this we have to tie with the help of bandage very tightly. So when you will do like that, so the bleeding it will get stopped over there. Okay, and next one we are going to see nose bleeding. The nose bleeding, it is one of the common children. Even when you will be coming for a school also, sometimes you will be getting a bleeding in your nose. Okay, so for that what kind of first aid we can able to take? Nose bleed. Nose bleed could either to be a common occurrence or might be also result of same kind of accident. Okay, so what are the appropriate action we have to take? Take the patient sit down in a relaxed position and head held back. So if the bleeding in the nose, so what you have to do? They have to sit in a relaxed position and they have to put their head back. Okay, they have to hold the head back. So what will happen? So that time the bleeding it will stop. Okay, and put wet handkerchief on a clean piece of towel in a patient nose and do this until the bleeding stops. So we have to use a wet handkerchief to wipe inside our nose until unless the bleeding is going to get stopped. And in order to ensure that bleeding does not start again, to put ice pack on the nose. So if the bleeding it is coming continuously, so what we can do? We can keep the ice pack over here, so it will be stop bleeding. Okay, and ask the patient to breathe through the mouth for some time. Okay, because they will breathe through the nose, what will happen? The blood it will come out and it will be going inside. So for that reason, we can ask the patient to breathe from the mouth for some time. Okay, so these are the precautions we have to take. So whenever the nose bleed it will happen. Okay, so just I am going to give a small recap whatever I have done. So I have explained about, I have given an introduction how the accident will happen, and what are the causes of accident and different types of accident. Okay, whoever the person is met with the accident, we should give a first aid. The first aid is the first immediate help given to an injured person before taking into a hospital. So that is called as a first aid. And they are having a different types of accidents. So that is a road accident, fire accident, and cut hand wounds, nosebleed, strains, fracture. So like this we are having a different types of accident. The road accident we can able to control it by following the traffic rules, and we have to follow the signing words. And whenever you are walking on the road, you have to be very conscious, and you are not supposed to be very careless. Okay, if you are very careless, then it will leads to the accident. Okay, and second one, fire accident. There is a different types of fire accident will happen. The fire accident does happen in a wood or a paper. We can put or a sand or a mud on the particular area. We can stop the air circulation in that place, because oxygen it is present in the air. It will support the oxygen for burning purpose. Okay, we have to supply the air supply. We have to stop the air supply to the particular surrounding. Then the fire will be stopped flaming. Okay, so after using this method, we can able to control the fire accident. Okay, if the accident it is happened by the petrol or a kerosene, whatever it is, you can use the same method. Okay, you can put a sand or a mud. Okay, and whenever the faulty electric gadget or some wire has been broken, or it has been cut, from that electric leakage if it is happening means, so what we have to do, we are not supposed to throw the water on that. We have to put sand or mud. Also we can use a fire extinguisher, okay, to control the fire. Okay, and next the cut and wounds. So this is a very common. It will happen whenever we in a home or whenever we are playing a playground. Commonly it will happen like this. So for that case, what you have to do, wherever we got the cut or a wound, what we have to do, we have to wash the particular area using a soap. Okay, using the soap we should wash that area, and we can apply some antiseptic lotion. Okay, and we can use band-aid. Okay, if the cut it is went very deeper, if it is more bleeding, same manner you can able to follow it. But what you have to do here, you have to stop the bleeding to using a good sterile cotton. Okay, you have to use good sterile cotton to control the bleeding. Also we can tie that area very tightly using a band-aid. So this it will be avoid from the further infection. Okay, and the nose bleed is one of the common accident. It may happen. It is, they won't say it is an accident. It may happen for everyone. It will happen. Okay, for that case what you have to do, we have to tell the person to sit relaxed position, and they have to put their head back. Okay, and they can use a wet handkerchief to wipe inside the bleeding